counting to 6. That's when I start. It like cuts me off. Oh fuck, guys. This video is about the story of Adam and Eve. Like, something messed up happened. Something really, really messed up has happened. You know, there's like a huge emphasis about men and women getting along in this world. Like emotional intelligence and love languages and attachment styles and all that stuff is really good. But at the essence, something so fucked up happened. I think that, like, because there are, like, God's women have been born. And, I do feel like the sins of the woman, like, okay, so we're not, like, again, we have to emphasize, because not all women are human. Some of these other women are born of monsters. They are mermaid bitches. They're not human. They are problematic. They complain so much. They're super negative. Their children are a burden to them. Their husbands are a burden to them. We're not talking about those women. Women are two species, Eve and Lilith. Okay? So we're not talking about Lilith. We're not talking about those women. They are a different species. Their vaginas might as well be in their assholes because they're so ass backwards to us. But, okay, all that put aside, you know, there's something weird because it's like the sins of the woman being born like a daughter of God. It's like you don't know. You don't know the sins of yourself because they're so ancient. They're so ancient. So, you know, you like come into the world and like men and women are trying to get along. This world's so screwed up. I might as well. I mean, I would rather not, you know? Like, I'm so glad I don't have kids. Not saying if you have kids that's a bad thing, it's a really good thing, but dude, I'm glad I don't, because because I am too worried about my animals that I can't even worry about kids and bad mothers and bad fathers. Anyways, that's not what this video is about. Dude, the sins of Eve, like, is it a sin? Some people say it's not a sin because Adam should have been looking after her. Adam should have told her what to do. But if Adam told me what to do, I would say I would rather just figure it out on my own, because at least this day and age, I don't trust Adam. For some reason, I don't. Why would you just naturally not? I don't know. Because maybe that's the nature of a woman. You wouldn't just naturally trust a man unless you found out for your fucking self. Unless you just found out for yourself. Like, that's, like, this is where knowledge and wisdom comes from. So people can say, like, the sins of Eve, not listening to Adam, if Adam would have just told her, like, don't do that. I don't know, like, I'm a smart person and, like, I'm an autonomous person. Me personally, like, let me find out for myself, because I'm smart, because I'm intelligent, because I'm fearless, because I trust God. If any man told me, like, hey, don't do that because just listen to me, I would never just listen to him, because I trust God. God made Eve. So anyways, the sins of Eve are, they're so ancient. I guess I'm just like, I'm fucking blackout drunk. And I listen to Every Time by Britney Spears. God, that song is so sad. And the video is so sad, dude. I watched that shit on repeat. And even as a kid, like, when that song came out, even as a kid, I was just a kid, I would cry my fucking face off. Why? Why? I was always suicidal. As long as I can remember, like my earliest memory is of not wanting to be here, of being suicidal. And some people would be like, "Oh, that's so sad," but listen to what I'm going to tell you. Like, this world is not good. This world is not good. You know, the daughters of Eve, like, we're so pure. You know, we're so, like, good intentioned. Good intentioned. So, I think that, like, the sins of Eve, I don't think sin is the right word, but I'll tell you what, if I was Eve, if I was born of God and anyone was just like, hey, don't do that, the type of personality that I am, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna find out for myself, I'm gonna learn, or I'm gonna die. I would rather learn or die. So I don't say sin like, sins are things when people are aware of them or if they're ignorant to them. Eve was not aware, nor was she ignorant of her sins because she wasn't aware of them. Because I'll tell you what, as a woman, you tell me not to do something, hey, I'm gonna fuck around and find out because that's my personality. Because that's how much I trust God, right? God above man. So, with the predicament of Adam and Eve, people would say, oh, Adam should have told Eve not to eat the apple. Eve was always going to eat the apple. She was always going to take the apple from the serpent. Because born out of Adam from God, she was going to fuck around and find out. Fuck around and find out. She was going to fuck around and find out because that's how badass women are. Okay? All right, now I'm getting to the nitty gritty. Okay, so here's the problem. Here's the problem. Okay, this is why I'm crying my fucking face off. Is because she took that apple from the serpent. That fucking serpent. Why do good women polarize themselves to narcissistic men? We polarize to narcissists. And then we learn their game and we succeed at their game. And we continue to polarize ourselves to narcissists because we know their game, because we've succeeded their game, because their games don't work on us. So we think, okay, I call them, I'm sorry, but I call them urban trash. My new name for narcissistic men, they're just urban trash. They are urban trash. They are cluster B society petri dishes of squirrels chasing a nut. They have no compass. They are without God. And I'm not mad about it. I hope they figure it out. But, you know, in all these years, like, I worked so closely with the homeless community because I love them so much. I love them. I found the strangest phenomenon where I felt like these homeless men were like more compatible. Not that I was like sexually attracted to them or anything, but I'm like, it's weird. It's like all the Cains, like Cain and Abel, it's like all the Cains are making paychecks and they're like living in these fancy houses and with these fancy fucking cars and all this shit. Cains, urban trash, cluster B society men. And I'm like, dude, it's like all the Abels are like virtually homeless, if not homeless. And they're really loving, compassionate, like normal, level-headed, smarter than the Cains. Smarter than the Cains. And working with the homeless community, I was like, dude, why are all these Abels, ABEL, like, why are they like homeless men when their brothers, the Cains, urban trash, can't get along with women, serpents, son of the serpents, narcissists, are like watching porn in a fucking high rise? Not that they should watch porn, but you know what I mean. Something fucked up happened, dude. And I'll tell you what, and I'm sorry if I offend you. I have never met a couple that I thought were a good couple. Not saying they're bad couples, but men and women are not compatible in this world. They're not. They're not. They're not. They're not compatible in this world. They're not. They can make it work and it can be okay in this world, but heavenly speaking, men and women in this world are not compatible. Why? Why? Because the serpent sunk Adam so far to the ground. They propped Eve. So, like, I'm crying my fucking face off because why did women never figure this shit out? Why did women never figure out the sins of themselves? Because they are so deeply ingrained. Because we're beautiful. Because the serpents love us. Because we're smart as fuck, dude. We ate the apple because we wanted to figure it out for ourselves. That's why. You're so impressed by women's intelligence, it's because they're assholes. But rightfully speaking, because they ate the fucking apple because they weren't going to listen to Adam, they were going to listen to God. But while the Adams were sent to the bottom of the totem pole, the fucking serpents have been rising to middle class to high society. And then those are our like, that's our dating pool. Our dating pool is now serpents. Because they sent Adam and Abel to the bottom of the fucking totem pole in America. And women wonder why they can't find... Like, why do I have to text a novel to a man to try and teach him how to treat me right? Because his father didn't treat his mother right? Because his fucking ancestors are full-blown fucking communists? Because they sunk Abel to the bottom of the totem pole. A normal man shouldn't need instructions on how to treat a woman just fucking normal. Like, just normal. Like, you don't have to bring me chocolate-covered strawberries every fucking day, but can you just, like, treat me normal? They can't. Why can't they? And I'm trying, it's like, and we wasted all this time. I'm 35 years old. I've been on this journey for 15 years. Like, why can't a man, like, learn to treat me fucking normal? And I've never been a man hater. Never been a man hater. But never considered the sins of Eve. Never considered the fact that women would rather listen to God than listen to man. Because I would rather fuck around and find out, trusting God, than listen to an Adam who is like, don't eat that apple. I'm like, I'm gonna eat that apple. Because I don't listen to you. Because I trust God. I trust my dad. And that's fucked up. Don't get me wrong. That's fucked up. But I never considered it. Never considered it. Nope. And this whole time, I'm thinking, why are men such trash? Because the sins of Eve are so ancient. The sins of Eve are so ancient. They're a long time ago. So that's why. And I've never met a couple that were compatible. 100%, promise you, guarantee. Never met a couple that was compatible. I've never had a boyfriend I was compatible with. And then at this point, even Adams and Eves aren't compatible because they're so mad at each other about everything that has happened that it's just a big fucking cry fest. I'm fucking blubbering like a baby, crying out in my bed. Fucking the Adams, the Abel, they're so fucked up now. They're so fucked up. Their brains are so fractured. They're homeless, right? They're like desolate. They're homeless. They've turned to a life of crime. They're fucking probably starving, or like they're not feeding themselves. They're probably buying food from the fucking bodega, right? No woman's making them. It's sad as fuck, dude. It's a sad story. So I don't give a in this world. Romance in this world, I just am not like, it's amusing and it's fascinating. It's underwhelming. It's underwhelming because this world is inverted. It's completely inverted. It's so ass backwards. And I don't want kids. I don't want to get married. I don't have any desire to find a boyfriend, to find happiness. Sorry, I know people are so nice. They're like, oh, I want you to find happiness. Happiness. I'm like, I don't think you understand what that means for me. To find happiness is like this whole fucking place gets destroyed because it's not happening, dude. And like, I'm figuring out why it's not happening again. Why would Eve just eat the apple? Because she trusts God. She doesn't want to listen to man. So I trust God. I don't want to listen to man. Man would be like, I'll find happiness. And I'm like, I don't know. I think I would rather not eat food and get blackout drunk at 3 o'clock on any given day and trust God than listen to you. Because I think that the things that you have to say are bullshit. And people would be like, well, God probably doesn't want you to do that. But, honey, guys, we're in the end times. I trust God more than I fear man. I trust God more than I trust the wisdom of man. Oh, just find happiness. Find happiness. I don't think you understand what my happiness means. It means you pretty much can imagine. I look around, I'm like, you can imagine. I mean, my happiness is like pretty good. I have like the best cat, and sounds so stupid, but it's not stupid. I have like the best dog in the world. I have the best cat in the world, and I have 5 chickens who are so fucking cute. Like, most chickens are like neurotic and crazy. Dude, my chickens are so fucking cute. That's my happiness. So I'm good. All right, check your comments. What's up, Michaela? Sugar mama. Yeah, I wish. Dude, if I get money, I'll give it to you. I just want to give everyone money. Like, all these good people don't have money. Adam was told, not Eve. You know, there might be something biblical to that, but also, like, I'm not sure that the Bible wasn't, like, slightly changed. I don't know. But, dude, there's no Adams out here. And the Adams have fallen into a life of crime, homelessness, desolation, and whoever, like, suicide, drug use. And, like, not to be, like, not that this is gonna happen, but, like, I'm pretty close to that. Like, if society continued on the way it was, like, if the ships didn't come down, luckily there's tons of UFO sightings and all that stuff, and, like, things are really looking up. If that wasn't the case, your girl would be under a bridge trying to commit suicide on the daily, consuming fentanyl, because that's how fucked up this world is. Adam chose to join her. I mean, he had to. Adam had to join her because she fucked up. He had to go after her. He couldn't stay alone. What do you want to be, a gay dude? Just want to be a gay fag in heaven? No. Adam went after. There's no excuse. Like, I don't know. People always, like, think it's, like, all Adam's fault, but I'm telling you what, like, I look around and I don't see any fucking Adams. I see a bunch of Lucifer Cains, like, making it in society. I've only ever dated the sons of Lucifer, narcissists. And I find Abels and Adams on the street. They're homeless men. And I'm like, dude, like, I would probably have married you 20 years ago. What the fuck are you doing on the street? This is not, it's no one's fault. By the way, it's no one's fault. But if Adam didn't choose to follow Eve, he'd be alone. He'd be a gay guy. He had to. He had to follow her. And I think that's partly where the animosity comes from. Hey, from Brazil. Thanks for tuning in. Hugh, good to see you. Split from, no, not split. Not split from anyone. He goes, if you split from someone, yeah, I've split from the sons of the serpent. I have given so many olive branches to the sons of the serpent, knowing full blast what they are, and just can't anymore. Like, it just, and you know what? I think it's partly a truce between the brothers, because there's also a brotherly love component. If the Cains, the Lucifers, would stop pursuing Abel and Michael's women out of respect for their brother, there's a brotherliness component there. So, like, extending the olive branch, it's not rejection. It's brotherliness coming back together. Stop taking Michael, Adam, Abel's women from them. So it's all a happy story. It's Adam and Eve, and it's brotherly love. Because this world is so fucked up. Like, I look at the Trump campaign, like, the Trump followers are all like, actually, anybody who's like gonna vote, fucking narcissist. Sorry, you're a narcissist. Idolatry. You know why I won't vote? Is because it's idolatry above God and Jesus Christ. And I'm not judging you. I think you should vote. Me personally, as a different species, I won't. But anyways, any man that like wants to vote for this or that, I would never touch a Harris Walls with a 10-foot pole. Those dudes are gay. They're gay and they can't be trusted. But like dudes who want to vote for Trump, okay, yeah, maybe. Okay, they don't, if they would just stop pursuing women like me because they're narcissistic and because we fucked around and we found out. We fucked around and we found out. We fucked around, us women, and we found out. Narcissistic. But in this world, I'm left to, like, what's in my world, right? Like, what's in my world? I'm just trying to survive. That's why I say, at this point, it's not about love or romance. I'm just trying to survive. If my grandfather was still alive, I would plead to go and just live with my grandfather and just take care of him. And like, if he could just support me and I could just take care of my grandfather, I would do that. But he's not alive. But if that were the case, this world is so fucked up. I've so given up that that's what I would do. My other option would be temptation from a narcissistic man. I've learned better. I don't want to do that. Because they still want to, I don't know, text and like girls on Instagram. They want to be on like swingers apps. They want to like fuck around with other women. They want to like place, like, I'm sorry, if you want to be a king, you need a queen. The narcissistic men are like the village idiot. They'll just take attention from any woman. But like a true man, a true husband just wants attention from his wife and his wife only. But these other men, right, these Cains, these serpents, the descendants of Cain, they're the village idiot. They'll take attention from any woman who will give it to them. They're so stupid. No offense, but they are. They're dumb. They just want attention. Okay, so that's not a king. Why would a queen marry the village idiot? Because in my dating pool, and I'm not even saying because I'm 35 years old, for 15 years since I was 20, no offense, I've dated like really respectable men, but no offense, you're all like the village idiot except for one. One of you was not the village idiot. You were legit. They're all the village idiots. They just want attention from any woman. They don't give a fuck who it is. It's disgusting. A true husband king only wants the attention of his queen. He doesn't want attention from the harlots in the street. So I'm done dating village idiots. And that's all we have in our dating pool. Not because I'm 35, but I'm telling you, for the last 20 years, jig is up. That's what our dating pool is. As a daughter of God, as an Eve, our dating pool are village idiots who want attention from all the harlots, from every fucking person. Mommy, mommy, my mommy, I love my mommy. And like, my ex was crazy. My ex was crazy. No, it's because you're fucked up, because you're the village idiot. No woman wants you. And they reproduce, and that's too bad. Some got lucky, but, you know, they divorced. They all divorced. They all divorced. So, if the world kept going on the way it was, if my grandfather was still alive, I would say, Grandpa, I don't give a fuck. I'll just take care of you, just take care of me, and we'll just exist. It's not happening. It's not happening. I don't know any compatible relationship because I don't know any compatible relationships. You think you have compatible relationships? You know you don't. And that's not the way it was supposed to be. That's not the way it was supposed. It's so fucking easy. It's so easy. But it's not, because we're in the world. You understand? Because we're in this world. Other than that, it should be so easy. I don't know I've never, ever known a compatible man and woman. But it should be so easy. Because God gave Adam Eve, it should be so easy. And I'm not going to date a narcissist. I'm just done. Not mad about it. It's just, I've given olive branches because of brotherly love. Good on them for not taking them, because they don't deserve me. Because their brother deserves me, not them. That's brotherly love. Rather listen to music than listen to men. Yeah. What's up, Pookly? What's up, Daz? Jerry! I know I love Jerry. Jerry's the best. My cat is so friggin' cute. It's ridiculous. He's like a robo cat. He's like a robot angel cat. Adam chased the tail. I don't think Adam chased the tail. I think that Eve was made out of Adam's rib. I think this story is so fucked up, but it's just the way it went down. Women are smart for a reason, but it's also a reason why we are cursed. And, you know, I've never really thought about that, but it is a bad night for mascara. This whole video, I'm going to end it here. This whole video was because, you know, I was born good. Just my heart is good. My conscience is good. And you come into the world and you grow up to become, like, I was a suicidal child. And you grow up to become an adult and you try to, like, become an adult and you try to, like, be compatible with men that are a bunch of serpents. And you're like, what the fuck, dude? And then, like, you think about the spirit of Adam, they're all fucking homeless. And you're like, dude, what the fuck? The brothers beat their other brother down to a pulp. To where, like, the men I would be compatible with are fucking homeless on the street, right? Like, they went to war because they're good men, and now they're fucked up, and they have no money. Or they went into a life of crime because this world is so fucked up and they just fucking knew it, right? And it's like, those are, like, my potential spouses are now in poverty, and then I'm left to all these, like, narcissistic serpents And where's my problem, right? Never thought about it. Never thought about it. But if you drink enough alcohol and if you listen to the right songs and you pray about it, I realize it's because our sins are so ancient. The sins of Eve are so ancient. We're not even aware of them because they happened so long ago. And because largely the war is between the two brothers, that's why we don't see it. The war was between the two brothers. But now I see the sins of Eve. They're not sins though, because she didn't know. But a smart woman is going to listen to, actually, not even was she going to listen to God, but a smart woman like myself, like, for example, not saying I'm like this amazingly smart person, but like, I live wilder than the wind, dude. I live my life just wilder than the wind because I trust God. So if someone was like, hey, don't eat that apple because I said so, I would look at them and I would probably take a bite out of it as I was looking at them because I trust God more than I trust man. And I don't know if you guys, like, I don't know, people want to say like Adam was the bad guy. I'm not sure because tell you what, if someone was like, don't eat that apple, well, I don't know, someone like I think the Bible says like God told Eve not to eat the apple. I don't know. The story's all fucked up. Is it? Is it concrete? But if God put me down here, and if Adam said, don't eat the apple, I would probably take a bite right in front of Adam, trusting that God had my back. My personality, that's exactly what I would do. But the only reason why I think that's true is because I cried my fucking face off. Because I don't think I would ever defy God, but I would defy man. Because that's the only way to find intelligence. And you know, wasn't that the whole thing of the serpent? The serpent was like, here, eat this, be smarter, have more wisdom. So naturally, as a woman who wants offspring to be stronger than myself, yeah, I would eat the apple because I would want more wisdom. I would want to be smarter so my kids could be smarter. So I don't think it was God telling Eve not to eat the apple. I think, if anything, Adam told her not to eat it, and she was probably like, I trust God more than I fear you. She probably ate it, and the serpent was like, yeah, if you eat it, your offspring are going to be smarter than you. They're going to be smarter, they're going to be more equipped, they're going to have better weapons. And, you know, this ancient curse, it's ancient, like it's so old. And I think that's why it took so long to come to the surface, was because the original sin is so ancient. Because God's women are so good, we can't imagine that we ever fucked up. Because we're so pure-hearted. We can't imagine that we ever fucked up. Also, like, we love men, we want to respect men, but our dating pool is full of fucking serpents. And like the atoms have been put to the bottom of the totem pole. It makes no sense. So UFOs are showing up in the air, monies get hacked into my account, we're getting back everything that the serpent took from us, and we need to start over. All that being said, we're starting over. Alright? That's that. You're the right kind of people. Love y'all so much. Have a great night. I'll talk to you again really soon.